Hey, good morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stand Together Day 1. Listen, if you're watching this live, give me a hi. Love to see who's hanging out. If you're watching the replay, say hi as well because I want to see who's jumped on and watched this. Hey, listen, welcome to Stand Together. Jump on and say hi. Hi to you guys. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Jump on and say hi. Welcome to Stand Together. This is the time we get to hang out when we see all the lockdowns, or you see everything happening right around Australia. Come and jump on and say hi. We're going to get some good out of this, let me tell you that. Listen, while you guys are jumping on and saying hi, let me tell you what Stand Together is going to be about. I'm going to be jumping on every day, 8 a.m., and give you guys a chance to jump on. I'm going to share something with you every day. So it could be a business tip. It could be building an empire tip. It could be a personal tip, just, how to work on you, and a combination of that, 8 a.m. every day for the next week or so. Let's kind of leave that open-ended and we'll see how we go with this. But at 8 a.m. right here, live, if you want us to live, it'll be right here on Instagram. And then, of course, it'll be on a couple of other platforms. We'll post it to later. But hey, jump on, say hi. Good morning. Great to see everyone jumping on and saying good morning. Great to see you. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing super well and ready to hang out for today for Stand Together. So listen, here's the reality. 16 million people right now are in lockdown right across Australia. We've got a Delta variant, which means that every time they see a couple of cases, they're locking down in most states. And that's just a reality of what's happening at the moment. So I wanted to jump on and do this Stand Together just to give you, whether you're in business, whether you're looking to start a business. I know most of you have businesses or empires, especially if you hang out with me long enough. As the saying goes, if you hang out in the barbershop long enough, you get a haircut. Well, it's the kind of the same thing with me. You hang out around me enough, you build an empire, right? But if you are not in business, we'll just enjoy the ride of what this is going to be about as part of Stand Together. Listen, in 2020, I did a Stand Together and I did a whole bunch of other things, and I felt because so many of you are in lockdown right now, wouldn't it be a good chance to be able to do this Stand Together right now and just work on what you can work on, right? And work on the things that you can control right now and allow that to be what our focus is for this Stand Together. And also just to know that we're all uniting. We're all in this together. We're all uniting, and that's what this is about. You're not alone. Whether you have challenge in your life, challenge in your business, whether no one understands you, whether you've got lots of support or anything in between, this is about jumping on and banding together with a whole bunch of other people that are here to be able to support you as well, myself and everybody else joining on this live. So good morning, great to see you, and love that you're joining. I hope you're excited. If you're excited, let me know in the comments too, by the way. I'd love this to be interactive. This is not just for me to share. I'd love for this to be interactive, and this is the reason why I'm going to encourage you to come and join me live every single day when I do this, because we get to hang out. I get to know you guys. I get to answer some questions as well. And by the way, at the very end of today, I'll definitely answer some questions as well. So if you've got questions, save those ready to be able to type in, or even type those in if you want to write. Just write questions so I answer a question, and I'll get a chance to answer some of those questions live every single day. And if I miss you out, jump on the next day and ask the same question. I'll get to it as well. So welcome to Stand Together, and I'm really excited to hang out with you. So listen, first thing for today I wanted to speak to you about is how are you experiencing all of this, right? How are you experiencing what we're going through right now? It's the first question I have for you, and it's the first thing I want to talk to you about today on our day 1 of Stand Together is how are you experiencing this right now? And the reason I ask you is because I get, if you're in Melbourne, this is our 6th lockdown, I think. Sydney, I don't know how many for you guys, but, a few. Brisbane, Southeast Queensland for you guys, a few. And then everywhere else around the world. I mean, whether you're watching from Adelaide or Perth or right around the world in other countries, because I know some of you, more than half of you are watching from overseas as well. I just want to let you know that whether you are in a lockdown, not a lockdown, restrictions, no restrictions, whether you are affected, not affected, the question is, how are you experiencing what you are going through right now? How are you experiencing this right now? And the reason I say this to you, because in the core of what I teach people about themselves and about how to work yourselves through challenges, there's something that I won't teach you this today because it's a really big concept, but I want to give you something you can get. And by the way, every day I want to give you something you can kind of get and take away and use, as well as of course answer some questions. So I've got this thing I talk about called Life DNA, and it's a big part of what I like to teach around personal development and how to awaken yourself up to up to the possibilities of your life and what you can do. But here's a core principle. People are either in a level of stability right now with what's happening, and that just means that they're kind of comfortable with their footing in life. They're kind of comfortable with what's happening right now. Now, for some of you might say, hell no, Aaron, I am not comfortable with what's happening in my life right now. Bullshit to that, right? So if that is you and you're saying, fuck no, this is not me, then what I would say to you is that you might be in a level of instability. And instability is where you are the opposite, right? You're uncomfortable with where you are right now. You're uncomfortable with what's happening right now. So the reason why this is an important concept to think about to begin with is because if you feel a level of instability in your life, right? Whatever's happening, whatever's going on, lockdowns, open up, shutdowns, team member challenges, customers banging on your door, whatever it may be, everything to you feels like a level of disruption because you feel a level of instability, right? Whereas if you feel a level of stability, right? Like, okay, I got this. I feel pretty comfortable with what's happening, right? I've done this before. I've been in a lockdown or I've been challenged before and this hasn't fucking knocked me down. I'll be all right. Whatever it may be for you, if you feel that level right now, what it means is that you feel a level of stability, right? Now, if you feel a level of stability, whatever is happening right now, right? Whatever's happening in the world, what's happening around us, if you feel a level of stability, what it means is that you're seeing this change, lockdown, COVID-19, all the challenges, you're seeing these as growth. You're seeing this as opportunity to grow. So let me put it to you this way. If you're seeing, okay, there's some opportunities in this, like I'm growing, I'm seeing the kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, or I'm seeing the opportunity that there might be here, or I'm feeling, I suppose, somewhat positive as well, it means you're in a level of stability, right? If you're feeling the opposite, or by the way, you might be feeling okay now because we might be chatting, or you've had a good breakfast, or you've had a great chat to a friend or family, or it might be day one for you if you're in Melbourne, or it might be day 15 or 30 for you if you're in Sydney. But listen, you may feel that you go in and out of this level of stability versus instability, right? So why I teach you this is because everyone will fluctuate between this. Like, think about this as like a spectrum, right? So let's say there's an Etch-a-Sketch here, but I don't think I don't have the skills to Etch-a-Sketch while I'm on the phone. But let's say that you have stability for you could be like this. I'm going to draw it for you, right? So stability and instability, right? So let's say it's a spectrum, right? Let's have a look at that. Let's say it's a spectrum, right? You've got stability and instability. I know it's probably backwards, but that's all right. S is stability, I is instability. The spectrum means that, let's say you feel a level of stability, but there's lockdown number 1 happens. Lockdown number 2 happens, lockdown number 3 happens. And every time you feel a lockdown, you get pushed from stability more and more and more towards instability, right? So you go from stability more to instability because it's all a spectrum. Does that make sense? It's not just a bang, I feel a level of instability. Now, on the opposite side, let's say you feel okay, you go, I got this, but your patience keeps getting fucking tested, right? You're like, when is this going to stop? Fucking Dan Andrews, what's going on with this? What's going on with the government, or your premier, whatever it may be. You get tested on that. So this stability and instability idea, right? This is an evolutionary thing. It's ever evolving. It's just part of the game, and it always is. It is today. It is going to be there tomorrow. So the question for today, right, is how are you experiencing what we're going through right now? How are you experiencing this? Now, if you say, I'm saying that every time this happens, I really feel like, what am I going to do with my cash flow? How am I going to take care of taxes? What about the team? How am I going to sell? I've got to close this down. I can't do that. Or if you're feeling like, okay, I've got this, I've done this before. I know that this too shall pass. All those kind of, important feelings that you have. You're trying to work out where you are, because if you're in a level of stability right now, what it means for yourself is that you know that you'll find some kind of meaning in this. You'll be able to find your way through it. And if right now you feel a level of instability, then whatever's happening, even if you say, you know what, I can go on Zoom and do my product or service, or I can send things to people online, or get my website finally fucking sorted because it's not been done for forever, or go and get a digital marketer because I don't know about marketing enough to be able to sell my products or services to people. If you feel that, then you've got to work out where you're at. So I want to ask you, and by the way, I'm going to ask you for no ego here. There's no ego. You just let me know honestly in the comments right now. I'd love to know, right, how are you feeling about this thing in general? Are you feeling a level of stability or instability? So remember, stability means you're comfortable with the footing in your life right now. So go write the word stability or instability. Or if you're feeling a level of instability, just say instability. So instability means you don't really feel the level of comfort right now. You're like, okay, well, let's see what's going to happen right now. So be honest. I mean, if it's stability or instability. Now, by the way, remember, this is a spectrum. Like I said to you, so things will happen, they'll float across this spectrum. So you might feel stability now, but then something happens to you tomorrow and you go, fuck, okay, it's not working for me right now. So let me know if you feel a level of stability or instability. And this is not chest beating, by the way. I'm not going to give you brownie points because you're saying stability. I'm not going to say what's going on if you're feeling instability. I just want you to share with me honestly how you feel at the moment. And that's an important thing, because you've got to feel these two different things. So if you're feeling a level of instability, or if you feel stability and you want to stay there, I'm going to give you just a couple of things you can do. Now, normally I'll go much deeper on this, and I want to with you, but it takes a bit longer. It takes a couple of hours to teach this entire idea of life DNA. But right now, here's what I would say to you. Here's some questions you can ask yourself. How will this help me right now? How will I be helped by what's happening right now in my life? How will I be helped by what's happening right now in my life? How will this help me to in any way? How will I be better on the other side of this? How will I be better? What will I learn through the lockdowns, through the challenges right now in the economy? What will I learn from this? And how can I win right now? How can I win right now? What are some things that I can do to be able to win right now? These are some questions that you could ask yourself that will just help you to start to feel, where in this can I find my way through it, right? So say, for example, I've got 42 companies that I either own, I've started, I've built, I've invested into, and every one of them is different, from space technology and imaging all the way down to brick and mortar and retail and everything in between, right? So the stability and instability idea affects me depending on what's happening in those businesses. But I have to look at the ones, let's say I've got a business that's massively affected by COVID. I have to make sure that when I'm dealing with that business, I am putting myself in a level of stability, because if I'm not in a level of stability, I'm not seeing where I can learn, where I can grow, where I can be a better version of myself, or what I can really take out of this. Because here's what we do know, right? This too shall pass. Even if it feels to you like the world is coming down on you, you've got no hope, and this is never going to, yes, we're going to go into probably more lockdowns. Check. Right? It's going to happen. Yes, they're trying to get more people vaccinated before they start saying everything's open. Yep, that's just what's going to happen. Are we going to be like this forever? Well, the answer is clearly no. But let me tell you something. When World War I was happening, everyone thought it was going to happen forever. The world was going to end. When World War II was happening, everyone thought the same thing. And every other war in between that, everyone thought it was never going to end. The reality is that it's going to end, even though it sucks, and you probably fucked off about it, and I get it, me too. I'm like, every time I'm like, all right, here we go again. But then I go, all right, what can I do about it? And what I do is I'm thinking about how I'm experiencing this right now. Because if I'm experiencing all of this as a level of stability, then I'm experiencing this as growth. But if I'm in a level of instability, then I'm experiencing all of this as disruption. Does that make sense? I'm going, fuck, not again. It's going to mean to me. How am I going to pay this bill? And what about the taxes? Here's the thing, right? I'm going to give you business advice. I've got some business. I want to talk about money with you guys. I want to talk about sales and marketing and everything I can. But just for today, how are you experiencing this is really important. Like, do you have a fight with your partner, and your experience of the fight with the partner is she's and he's and oh my gosh, they don't get me. Or is your experience with your partner, all right, I'm learning about a button that I can't push with that person, or I'm learning about how I need to, or who they are as a character. I'm learning about that. Like, what am I learning? If you have a disagreement with a business, experience life and how we process, how we experience it is a really important process to this whole thing, how we're experiencing what we're going through right now. I'm not saying it's going to make anything instantly better, but what I'm saying is if you're in the movies and you really fucking hate what's on the cinema, what's on the movie, you can sit there and go, oh my gosh, this is the shittest movie ever, let's leave. Or you can sit there and go, all right, not the greatest movie, but you know what? I'm going to laugh at how bad this movie is and the acting and the plot line, and I'm just going to enjoy it because you know what? I'm going to guess the plot, right? I'm going to have fun with this. I can't change it. I'm here. I'm not going to get shitty. So you just got to think about how you're experiencing this right now. Does that make sense? Can you let me know if this makes sense in the comments, by the way? Let me know if this makes sense. And I want everyone, by the way, to let me know. This is collaborative, guys. I want you to let me know. Give me a yes in the comments. Give me a hell yes. So a couple of questions I've asked you is just things to help you to feel a level of stability. But ultimately, this is going to come down to the rules that you build up around your life. And that's a deeper conversation that we can have. But not right now. Because if we're going to awaken you up to where you need to be, then it takes a couple of days or a weekend to do that. So you've got to really think about where you're at right now, and you've got to think about where you need to go moving forward. And the first things I'll be asking myself are those questions. How will this help me? What can I learn from this? How will I win right now? How will I be better because of this? What are the wins in here? How can I still build my business and build my empire? This is the best way, because how you're experiencing this right now is going to be everything else. Because listen to me. When I give you strategies, because I'm going to give you some strategies. Let's say tomorrow I say, right, you can do this to go and make some more sales. If you're feeling a level of instability, you're going to be watching this from your phone, your home, or wherever the fuck you are right now and go, yeah, I get this, Aaron, but it's just too hard for me. I can't do it because my business is so unique and no one gets it. Bullshit is what I'm going to say to you. Bullshit is what I'm going to say to you. What I'm going to tell you is that I promise you, I see your business and I work with so many business owners around the world. I guarantee you, I've worked with someone in your same industry that's winning, even though you're saying you can't win right now. So I call bullshit on that. But the reality is, if you're a level of instability, you're going to say, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that marketing, Aaron. Oh, it's too hard for me. Oh, it's different, Aaron, because I've got 3.5 kids and I'm divorcing, and also I've got a rash on my arm and I think I might have COVID because I'm coughing. Right, whatever. Right? You're going to create the excuses as to why you think that you can't make a change. You can't move forward. This is the reason why how you're experiencing this right now is the most important thing I'm asking you. Because whatever I ask you to do, whatever the things I suggest to you that you do, right? Not now, but when I suggest to you to do those things, then when you do that, are you either going to do something with it, or you're going to say, well, I'm special, I can't do it right now. So the other thing I want to ask you is, who's in? Do you know what I mean? This is for you. I'm not charging you to be here. I'm not, and most of you know that, I'm the highest paid mentor in Australia. That's for sure. Maybe, in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm not asking you to pay for this. This is free. I've got no ulterior motive here other than to give you this to help you, right? This is my time, half an hour a day, maybe more, just to help you, to give you some stuff. So listen, I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. So let me know if you're in. And if you're in, so I'm in, right? But if you're in, I want to see your ass on here every single day live on Instagram. Now, whether you're watching this on another platform or whatever, this is for you. I want to see you live. It's 8 a.m. I made it 8 a.m. because I've got board meetings that happen in the early hours of the morning now because I've invested so heavily in America and Europe. So 8 a.m. is the time that I can do it after my meetings. So 8 a.m., this is the time. No excuses. Be here live. You know what I mean? Like, watch the replay if you can. Yeah, but be here live, right? Find a way to be here. Prioritize you. Prioritize this for you right now while we stand together, and tell me I'm in. So I'm all in. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to experience this in the way. So how are you experiencing this right now? Stability, instability we've talked about. And this is not about, Aaron, I'm feeling stability right now because I'm listening to you and I hear what you're saying and I'm feeling strong. But in, 30 minutes from now, or half a day from now, or, tomorrow, what you've got to, yes, coming on doing this every single day is going to make you feel a level of stability, because I'm sharing things that you can do to get through this. And I know how important it is. I hear the feedback, but this is important for you to still work on in your life to stay in that level of stability, right? So if this is helping, let me know. If you're in, say, I'm in. Let me know in the comments. I'm in. I'm here. I'm done. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm in. And I'm going to be here as part of this as well. That's what I want from you as you join me to say that you're in, because this is about you. This is about you being here right now. This is about you making the decision, the commitment to be here to make this happen right now for you. So be in. And how you're experiencing this right now is going to tell me everything about how you're going to deal with the next 7 days in Melbourne, the next 14 days in Melbourne, the next month in Sydney and Greater New South and all the other things, right? So listen, whether we're in lockdown for the next year, whether we're in lockdown for the next week, honestly, yes, I want to be out of lockdown. Yes, I want to be able to run my businesses. Yes, I want to be able to see humans again, not just like, are you smiling? Because I can't tell because your mask is there. Yes, I want to see people again. But you know what I really want right now is I want to control my narrative. My narrative is how I'm experiencing this right now. And I choose to experience this right now through my lens. I choose to wake up to my potential, and I choose to focus on a level of stability in my life and not instability. Because if I feel a level of stability, if I'm choosing how I experience this, then everything that's happening for me is happening for me. Do you hear what I said? Everything that's happening for me is happening for me. Lockdown's happening for me. This is a growth opportunity for me. This is a chance for me to learn. You know, if it's going to make money tight, all right, let's do it. Money's been tighter before. If it's going to mean that I have to work out ways to, then okay. But whatever it may be for you, that's all right. You'll learn, you'll grow from this. But if you choose to experiencing this in the way that's going to serve you. That's what I'm going to say to you right now. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. So let me know you're in. Come on, join me live. Come on, hang out with me live, and let's be here. Let's be in the level of stability together. I'm going to oscillate between some business advice and some personal advice because I think you need it. We all need it, so it's an important part as well. Does that make sense? Hope that all makes sense for your amazing humans. By the way, let's get some questions going. Yeah, let's get some questions going in there. Jump in. And get some questions below. And if you already put a question, do me a favor, I can't be fucked scrolling. So write it in again. Tell me. Go. Questions. And if you're not joining us for the live, well, bad luck for you. This is live questions. If you write questions and it's not live, well, you should have fucking been here, shouldn't you? Go. What questions you got? Roll it in down the bottom. What are they doing? They're just hanging out. They're just hanging out. Go. What questions we got? Roll them in. Okay. What have we got? Okay, question about staying focused. Yeah, definitely stability is going to help you with that. So those questions I gave you first, how will it help me? How will I be better because of it? What can I learn? And how can I win right now? They're great questions. You know, like when if you meet somebody, and one of the questions you might want to say when you first meet somebody is, what do I really like about this person? What would that do? That will cause your brain to go, how they dress, how they act, how they look, how they speak, something. And you're looking for something that you really like about that person. You know what I mean? It's a good question. So questions you ask yourself are going to determine your experience right now as well. All right, questions. What do we got? How do I know what business is suitable for me right now? So Polly2177. So if you're not in business right now, I'm presuming you're not, I would be thinking about whether I'll be looking at, first of all, DM me if you need help on this. There's something I have, and it's not really that expensive. And it's a little course called Start. In fact, it's like under $100 or something, I think. And DM me if you want help on that, because I don't want to, talk about that in this. Basically, if you've got a good idea, you've got to go through it's a 13-point checklist to work out whether it's a good idea or whether it's a shit idea. Then you're going to turn into a one-page business planner. Then you're going to go for it. So the reality is, whatever ideas and things you come up with, I come up with 1,000, but I have to put them through these ideas to make sure they're going to be the right thing. So come up with ideas, put them through my checklist, turn into a one-page business planner, and then get out there and fucking execute. DM me if you want more info on that. Living the lifestyle. When is your next course? Not fucking fast enough. Let me just say that right now, right? As soon as I can, I promise you they're happening. So if some of you are coming to Empire Mastery, which is our flagship program, which most of you know about around Australia and obviously around the world, people, when you're allowed to fly, they come around the world for this thing. I've got one coming up in Sydney. Yes, Sydney, I'm coming for you. I know you're having big cases, but as soon as I'm allowed to be there, I'm going to fly in and I'm going to do this for you. And Brisbane and Melbourne as well. We've got Empire courses. We've got some courses coming up around marketing as well, digital marketing. We've also got some online stuff happening as well, some online courses around business and digital marketing too. So DM me if you want to know more about that. And then we've got some leadership courses coming up as well. And also if you want to learn how to coach and speak and all that kind of stuff, we've got some great courses. So whatever, if you're not in a course and you need help, just DM me, and I'll see and just tell me what you need, and I'll connect you with somebody that can help. Next. I'm in sales and very motivated, driven. Awesome to hear. Stephen, how would you recommend we show our customers that we have a level of stability and we're right now? Look, I would address it head on. I would go out there and say, hey, here's where we're at. Here's what we can do. Here's where we're going to be here to support you via email, via text, and also go above and beyond and do things they wouldn't expect from you. Don't just say, hey, we're here to do your car service or fix your this or to do that for you or to help with your auto elect needs, right? Because I know that's what you guys do. Go out there and say, well, here is a human. Janine said something to me, it was about a year and a half ago in a conversation. She said to me, Aaron, one of the first things I did is, and you got to remember how many people this is for, is I made as many phone calls as I could to the people that own Boost Juice bars and said to them, how are you? Are you okay? How are you? Not about the business, because her team takes care of the business. She just checked in. And now, are they perfect? No, but even that, how many people that own a franchise, got a phone call early days from the majority owner of at the time and said, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? Yes, we're going to look after. Yes, you looked after them, by the way, fees and, all that stuff. She looked after them, but she just checked in with them. So I think the human side is important as well. Hey, days when I'm flat, your advice for getting your mojo back. Listen, mate, whatever Milo, whatever pumps you up, mate, whether it's watching a video like this, whether it's listening to this, whether it's listening to your Spotify list, whether it's changing your state, get out there, going for a run, at the end of the day, you can control you. You can't control whether we open, whether we close. You can't control, let me tell you something, whether people choose to go and protest or not, the choice to protest and the freedom to do that is everybody's liberty, everybody's choice. My take on it is that I know that every time someone goes out there and protests, they're not going to change the lockdowns. So for me, I don't choose to go and do that because I don't get an ROI on my time. My time right now is to be in a level of stability to do things that I can. Now, I still reserve my right to go do that if I feel like I want to, but I'm not going to go and change the government's mind on lockdowns by going out there and doing that. So I choose not to do that. Somebody else chooses to do that, up to them. Cool. That's up to them. Anyone can do what they choose to do. And for me, I don't choose to do that. It's not going to give me what I need right now. What I need right now is to stay in stability, stay in a level of stability, and I need to be able to grow my empire. And I also need to help those that I have obligations toward, my family, you, even if you've never met me and you've just hung out on Instagram, let alone in one of my programs. I don't care. I'm just here to help you. So for you, do the things that make you feel great. Focus on those key things. Think about stability, which is a key thing for you, and control what you can control. All right, what else we got? Dr. Kez, trying to convince my daughter to do year 11 biz management. What's your advice for a young person? You got to find, to convince anybody of anything, you've got to find out what already motivates them, right? So Kez, if she's motivated by money, well, let's talk about getting a job, versus being an entrepreneur. If she's motivated by creative, what's the things that motivate? That's how you're going to get her to do it. Parents spend too much of their time trying to tell their kids that they should do something, as opposed to convincing their kids of what's going to be the right decision to make. Because here's what I will tell you, whether you've got a strong-willed kid or not, I happen to have one that's very strong-willed, the other one's on the fence, we'll see. You've got to help them make the right decision, not make them make the right decision. So find out whatever the leverage points are, Kez, Dr. Kez. They're the leverage points, not the stabbing points, the leverage points. Whatever the leverage points are for her, find out whatever that is, and then and use that to get her to do business management, right? Also, does she need to do business management? I did business management at TAFE for 6 months. It was shit, and they were fucked. They knew nothing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, agree. BJ, 13 points. Exactly. I got 99% of your ideas didn't pass the test. Good, because how much fucking time would you spend trying to do something, VJ? It doesn't work out. Thanks. Are you thinking of doing your main Empire course online? No, not really. I've got other courses we do online. Empire, I need to see in person. You need it to be in person too. But those who are in those courses, we're supporting them with tons of other things right now anyway. To keep them going. Fingers crossed, Brisbane. Yep, Brisbane should be going ahead. Yep, we don't see any issues with that. I mean, it's happening. It's happening, right? What ways what ways do I connect with my clients when I can't connect with my clients? Look, it depends on what you do, Raven. I would think about this. I would think about Zooms. I would think about text, email, phone calls. I would think about any medium that kind of makes sense to you just to check in. Listen, all of us have a plumber. Why can't your plumber just text as a text blast and say, hey, I know I take care of your plumbing needs, but I just want to let you know that that what's happening right now is a bit shitty in the world, and I hope everything's okay with you. Why can't a plumber text that? The answer is they can. You just have to think about doing it. Yes, Pina, I do think you need to be prepared for further lockdowns, but I think that lockdowns are going to happen faster and sharper, like we're seeing right now. A couple of days, week, maybe 2 weeks. That's it. I think in Melbourne that is. In Sydney, that's a whole another bag of tricks. I think that until you get massively down on case numbers, or until massive vaccines are happening, that's just going to be the reality of what's happening right now. But in Victoria, we locked down pretty quickly. Dan Andrews is definitely lockdown trigger happy. He's winning the award for that. He's trying to get the gold medals, the lockdown award medals. But you know what? We get in it, we get out. Again, we get out. That's his strategy. So yes, I think you need to. That's a critical part as well. So listen, I hope you've enjoyed hanging out. Let me know if you have. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read these comments afterwards. Look, if you need help, DM me, and let me know. I'm just here to give you guys support. If you need help, send a DM and I'll find, something that might be able to help you, or connect you with someone that might be able to help you. If you got it, you got it. Go and crush it. Go do some amazing things. So this is day one of Stand Together. The rules are, I'm going to be doing this every morning at 8 a.m. I don't know how long for, maybe the next week or so. So jump on and be a part of this. My suggestion to you is that I'm doing this live right now on Instagram, which means that once I close this down and it posts, all your comments go. So what I'm going to suggest to you is that go and, once this is posted on my Instagram, go and reshare this on your Insta page and on Facebook, and go tag some mates to join us, because joining live is going to be the best thing, right? So go text your friends, go email your database and say, come and hang out with me. And if you have, especially if you take care of people that are in business that need to hear this, email your database and say, come and hang out. There's no hidden agenda here. I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm just trying to give you advice, and answer your questions and help you to go through this. And I'd love you to join us live. Come and join us. Email your database. If they're in business, text people out, give them the link. I'm going to do this on Instagram because it's just easier for one platform for me to do this one. Come and join us. Even if it's people that aren't in business, just say, hey, come and join and hang out. Come and do this. Let's do this right now. And share this, tag mates in, tag friends in, go bananas and do that. And let's just do our best way to help people right now to go through these challenges. All right, listen, much love. And remember, things are always better when we stand together. So stand tall, stand out, go and share this message, share the word. Let's go spread some good news as opposed to all the other bullshit that's going on. And I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. so we can stand tall, stand together, and crush it going through this. Much love. See you guys at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Bye.